And good afternoon. Welcome to a special Kutztown Live at a slightly odd, unusual time. Usually Tuesdays usually Tuesdays at 2 o'clock, I should say. But due to some scheduling mess-ups this past week, mainly on my fault, I apologize for that. We are moving it today till Thursday at 3:30 with our weekly, or bi-weekly, I should say, reoccurring guest, Lori from the Northeast Berks Chamber of Commerce, who's going to be here to tell us a little bit about what's going on at the Chamber the past couple of weeks, what's coming up in the weeks to come, and introduce us to our special guest of this particular week. So, Lori, take it away.
Thank you, Mike. I'm so pleased to be here to talk about the Chamber and our upcoming activities and events. Of course, we're still in our 30th anniversary year, and in just a few months, we will be hosting our 30th anniversary Chamber Dinner in Breiningsville at the Center at Holiday Inn. I want to talk about that because the early bird tickets go on sale next week, and those will be $55 per person, and they can be purchased online at northeastberkschamber.com. We're excited to introduce to our members Denny Corby. Denny is a magician, a mind reader, an illusionist, and he will be our entertainment. If you'd like to learn more about Denny, you can go to dennycorby.com and also get in on those early bird tickets because regular prices will begin sometime around the beginning of August. Coming up in June on the 20th, we like to inject some fun into our summer networking mixers, and we have a first for the Chamber. It's called All Aboard the Northeast Berks Chamber Networking Mixer. That will be held on June 20th from 5 till 7 p.m., and networking mixers are very common in the Chamber, of course, but this one will be on board the Allentown-Auburn Railroad. We only have 50 seats available, and 32 are already sold. I expect this to sell out in the next week or two, and we'll have an opportunity to travel on the train out to the Grove. We'll be having wine tasting from Cedar Ridge Vineyards, and we'll be getting to know our members, and non-members are invited as well. Coming up at the end of July, we'll be hosting another fun summer mixer at Crystal Cave. Crystal Cave has been a member for more than 25 years, and we will mix and mingle and have a tour of the cave. So more information will be available in the next few weeks at northeastberkschamber.com. Today, my guest is Larry Ross. Larry is the chair of the Lyons Fiddle Fest, now in its 35th year. And the Lyons Fiddle Fest, I'm proud to say, is a member of the Chamber. The organization joined in December, so we're a few months into their first year. Larry, welcome to Kutztown Live.
Thanks, Lori.
Why don't you tell us about your chairmanship of the Fiddle Fest? I believe you've been doing this, been organizing the festival for a number of years.
I've been part of the planning team for about 6 years, only the chair. Officially this year.
Oh, okay.
But we got a good, strong, about 12-member team. I run everything by them as much as possible.
Sure.
I make sure everybody on the team is in agreement that we're moving forward as a unified group of people. And I do expect everybody to in the team to be participating and be part of it and to be there the Saturday before to set up an all-day Sunday and be part of as a group. So
anyone that's organized an event of any kind knows that it really does take a village. It takes a commitment by many community volunteers like yourself. And your next event is coming up on September 15th. Now, I find it really incredible that this has been going on for 35 years. How would you say it's changed, improved perhaps over the last years? What is different about the Fiddle Fest today than maybe 10, 15 or more years ago?
We haven't changed a lot. We've been trying to keep it just as traditional and as it was all along. I mean, we're always trying to update, make some minor changes, but for the most part, everybody comes. They know what to expect. They know what they're walking into. We've tried to keep the prices as low as possible. For the most part, it's an icon in Berks County. People know what to expect when they come to the Lyons Fiddle Fest.
Well, you have a great reputation. I know that from reading some articles and looking at some online platforms. The admission is just $5, so it's very family friendly, and 12 and under are free. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And give us an example of maybe who will the slate of entertainers be this year. Can you give us some names?
Yes, I can. Starting off, we'll have Andrew Voges and Maxwell Brown. Maxwell's 9 years old. He was one of our winners last year. Him and Andrew both. When the Beach Boys are in this side of the world, they're their opening act.
That's
incredible. I have
incredible.
no idea how that happened, but they're both incredible. They work together a lot. After that, we're going to have Hannah Violet, the Hannah Violet Trio. She's local. She performs at a lot of vineyards around here. She grew up on our stage. Mm-hmm. And then new to us this year, coming out of New Jersey, is the Jersey Corn Pickers. And then coming up at 12 noon, high noon, is when we try to bring in our main act. We're going to have Craig Thatcher. Craig Thatcher's from Lehigh Valley. He's a Martin guitar representative, travels all over the place for Martin Guitar. Mm-hmm. He does a lot of stuff. He does Eric Clapton retro type music and travels all over the place. He'll be teaming up with Nike Van Wyck, who is a fiddle player. Now, those two guys, they do Led Zeppelin music together on an acoustic guitar and a violin. So it's pretty incredible. So the fallacy of the Lyons Fiddle Fest is that it's a bluegrass festival. It is not.
It is not.
It is not.
Get the word out. It's not a bluegrass festival. Now, you mentioned some of the performers, some of the musicians growing up on these stages. Are there competitions that day? How does it work?
Competitions start at 1 o'clock, and we have it broken down into 3 categories. There's the 12 and under, and that's followed by 13 to 18, and then 18 to forever. Mm-hmm. And basically, everybody within those categories, there'll be 3 winners within each category, and then there's a grand champion on top of all of that. Then our grand champion usually we partner up with KU Presents, and also with the Miller Center for the Arts. And usually they get to open for a national act on one of those stages. So we try to get them out there and try to get them teamed up as much as possible with some opening acts in the area.
Is that how the young people ended up opening up for the Beach Boys?
I don't know how that one happened.
Oh, okay. All right.
No idea. I can't take any credit for that one.
Now, if somebody's interested in purchasing tickets, when do they go on sale and how can they purchase them?
They come that day. That's the way it works. You just come to the gate. There's no pre-sale
advance.
tickets. No.
Okay. And how will they find more information? How can they get in contact with you or find more information about the festival?
www.lyonsfiddle.com, or they can find us on Facebook.
I see. Also Twitter, Instagram.
Or Twitter and Instagram,
I've looked at your accounts, yes.
Yep.
So that's fantastic. So if you had just a few final words to give to the listeners about why this is a special event, and by the way, didn't you tell me that there are thousands who attend every year?
About 2,500, 3,000 when it's really nice out, because there's a lot of people come with acoustic instruments. So if there's any fear of any rain, anything like that, then the crowd goes down. But if it's a beautiful day, there'll be a lot of little jam circles, a lot of little things going on that around the outer perimeter of the Lyons Fiddle Fest. So yeah, we are an outside event. So there's a little bit of weather plays a role for us, but we have never in 36 years canceled.
Wow. And I'm sure you have food vendors and other vendors, too?
We do have food vendors, and our main food vendor this year will be Pop's Malt Shop, Main Street, Kutztown, will be our main food vendor this year.
All right. So if you could leave a few parting words for the listeners about the event and why they should attend, what would you say, Larry?
Great stage performers, great little jam sessions that go on, nice shady grove, good food. We have a crafter area with about 30 different crafters in. Got some nice little baked goods that go on. It's just a really nice day, but you do have to bring your own chairs and your own seating.
Well, you've enticed me. I'll be there, Larry.
Thank you.
All
we'll
right.
see you there.
Thank you.
So you want to repeat that date one more time?
September 15th.
All right, and I don't know if you mentioned a website. Do you have a website?
www.lyonsfiddle.com.
All right, we're looking forward to it. And I chuckled when you said you never had to cancel with this crazy weather we're having this year. Hopefully this isn't your first, because you never know.
Last year was iffy for us.
Was it really close?
Yeah, it rained the day before and the day after.
Very good. Well, you guys are definitely blessed that you always get it in there, and we're definitely looking forward to it this year. A very nice time of year.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks to have you here, and nice to have you here. And Lori, we'll see you again in 2 weeks, I believe?
Sure. Thank you.
All right. We'll see you then. All right. This has been a Kutztown Live Extra, you could say. We'll be back in a couple of weeks on Kutztown Live. Stay tuned. More music, and then Mind's Eye Radio coming up at 5 o'clock here on KUR. Thanks for listening.